Hi everybody, this is Tina and I am back with my show you how most of the calendar is coming together. Now I don't have my months that Megan did because I just haven't worked on those yet, but I will, and I will show you guys those later in the year, or you know, later in the month, a couple months down the road when I'm able to work on them. I really have not worked on the months that she did. So here is January. Now what I'll do is, now that my pages are in, I'll go back and I will erase my months because I'll know which ones they are. And then the thing that I do with this part is like we'll start in January and I'll use a piece of pattern paper and I'll put it right here. And then I will cut January out on my Cricut and put January, okay? So then whenever I do February, I will stamp February here and I won't use paper, okay? So I'll just keep rotating. So then in March, I'll use a piece of coordinating paper and I'll put it here and I'll cut March out. And I do that every other month. And I found that that just works a little bit easier. And then I'm not always having to put a strip here or always having to cut the month out. It kind of gives me like a way to an easier way to do some of the months, because stamping is a lot easier. I just have a couple stamps that have the months that'll just say January, and it's way easier to just stamp it. So that's one thing that I learned a couple years ago in doing it, is if I rotate those months every other month, it makes it easier. So here is May, and it's in there. This will be a great one to do a piece of pattern paper because this was so simple. The other thing I do is I'll write in the dates, and I'll use a coordinating pen to do that. So like I'll probably write it in green, since one of my colors up here is green. I'll probably write in green the dates, and then I also fill in like birthdays and anniversaries. And then for like my grandma's birthday, for her calendar on her birth date, I'll write a little note to her and say, you know, Grandma, we wish you a happy birthday. We hope you have a blessed day, whatever it is. And then here's June. It's not done. There is July. And I'll also take, and like here July is, and I did stars. And so what I'll do is down here, when I fill in the dates, I will pick a coordinating color, of course, and I'll write in my dates, and then I'll write in any important dates into there. And then what I'll do is I'll probably take a stamp, like a star stamp, and then I'll stamp some stars maybe around here to tie the bottom part into the top part. And that is just kind of like what I consider finishing work. It's the very last, the finishing touches. So here is August, and again, I'll just fill in my dates, and that will be perfect. October is not done. This looks like I put in for November, and this looks a little bit different than the page that you guys saw me do. And in my other page I'll show you guys what I did. So I had to really adjust the way I was layering it, because you can see I messed up on this one and I put my layers too far over. So because I had to adjust that, or I could even turn it. I mean, it would be really simple to turn like this. I mean, you can see when you're doing a 12 by 12 layout like this, I mean, you can really just make it work. So if I didn't want it this way, or my photos, if I don't attach my paper, so if you don't have a calendar and you just want to do the layouts and then set them aside and then get the calendar later, that can work out to your benefit as well, because if I end up having photos like this, since this isn't attached to a calendar, I'll just be able to turn it and make it work however I need to make it work. So that's a nice thing. And so then December will be the end. So the other thing that you want to remember is when you have your calendar, I've forgotten to do this several times over the years. So when you have your calendars, and if you have already put your paper on, like I already have my red paper on here, what you'll want to make sure you do is turn this over, and you can see where the hole was, and you'll just want to take a hole punch and punch that out. so then the hole is there so it can be hung up, because quite a few times I have forgotten to do that. So that was our calendar workshop. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really sorry about the lighting in here, you guys, and I'm sorry that there were a couple months that were really jumbled. I really got confused on which months I was supposed to be doing, and I really apologize for that. I didn't mean for that to happen. Hopefully you have been inspired maybe to put together a calendar. I would love to see what you guys are putting together. If you put together a calendar and you take photos, I would love for you to share them with me on my Facebook page. Leave me a comment on YouTube and let me know what if you've decided to do it or not. I just love these as gifts. They're just so much fun to do, and I just find them really inspiring. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you're not, and I will be back next week with all my regular posts and fun stuff. So thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful night.
If you wanna play, make it about a